Chairman of Association, my good friend Mangarish Pai Laikar, Dr. Milind Virud, Mr. R. Ganesh, Mr. Chetan Vakad, Svetika Sachan, Pallavi Salgonkar, all the other members from industries and captains of industry, as I call you, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, first of all, my apologies. I was a little late because I was launching a new thing wherein we are taking private buses on board with the Kadamba Transport Corporation for the first time. So that the basic emphasis is on getting everybody together so that there is no unhealthy competition between KTC and private owners. We are trying to do it so that tomorrow, as we go digital, the aim is in a few months on your mobile, you should be able to get which sector, which bus goes from where to where. We want to sort of revolutionize the running of the transport system, particularly for the common man. Now, having said that, my apologies, I got a little late because I was there in Margao. And I must say this particular conference, cold chain conference, what the Association has organized, the Goa chapter, I think it is at an apt time and at the right time it is happening with all the stakeholders coming and placing their thoughts, discussing, working out what is the way forward. In fact, in the industrial sector, Svetika will bear with me, who is my industries director as well as the CEO of Investment Promotion Board. And of course, Abhishek is not here. Abhishek, who is my MD in IDC. These two people, I must say, alongside other officials, I have given them certain directions, and I must say, first of all, for the first time in Goa, there is a lot of change happening, and which you all yourself must have noticed. First of all, the new industrial policy which we brought about through the IPV, simplifying things, getting a single window system in place, and making things easier for allotment of land in a more transparent manner. Thereafter, I have always believed Goa so strategically located, blessed by nature as we are, whether you call it, now you have two airports, you have the main railway junction, you have two railways, you have a natural port. Is it being utilized to the full? And if you utilize, what are going to be the result? That has been exercising our mind, and that's how you have a brand new 2023 logistics and warehousing policy, which all of you have to take advantage. And I was carefully listening what Mr. Chetan Vakad was saying, as well as Mr. Ganesh. Thanks for your compliments as far as the new taxi scheme is concerned. We have scope for everything in Goa. We have one of the best brains. And if you go down to the roots, whether it is at the All India level or in Goa, and I will say specifically in the context of Goa, agriculture has been declining. But agricultural products as such, with value addition, whether it is your agricultural products, normal products, or horticulture, fish in the fishing sector, if you add value, I don't think there is going to be a limit to where you can reach. And this is what Goa needs to do, building the logistics of the cold chain, getting things moving in a manner that people feel like going in that sector. In Goa, somehow nobody wants to take to agriculture. They think that it is below their dignity. With more mechanization and actually showing them the way, I think all of us, especially we, not only the industries department, agriculture department, everyone needs to work in tandem. Today, you have, for every good thing as well, sometimes you have opposition. Why? What has been happening in Goa? I'll give you Goa's example, that's why I'm saying. You have fields being converted, you have nobody going in agriculture, they say there is no money. But if you have it explained to the youth. If you have that sort of wholesome schemes for them, and I think NABARD also can play a very big role. At another function I remember, unless the government agencies act as real catalysts by getting youth to the fore, don't expect them to come, because Goa, it is a little different. Things can change. And with, I think, Grand Ton Bharat LLP, and especially with Chetan, after hearing him, I think we need a lot of inputs from you. We will work very closely with you. In fact, I am straight away directing Swetika that we should take this forward. And I think I remember at a function, the person from NABARD, I think his boss that time told me, we want to help Goa in a very special way. I think all of us need to sit together. In that direction, I take this opportunity to compliment Mangarish Pai Raikan for really organizing this particular thing at an opportune time, and when Goa really needs this type of conferences. I really congratulate you and all your other people who have worked alongside you. Remember one thing, India has the potential. Every state has the potential. Goa has even more potential. We have been basking in our glory of calling ourselves the best state even in tourism. We are merely working on things which were already there. Gone are the days when tourists will only look at the beach, go to your temple and church. We need to do more. And this is where we have to step in. Pharma sector, yes, they have worked hard on their own. Today, we are something like 15% of the medicines to the world. We have become a pharmacy to the world. Can we not do more by saving on the costs of production, saving on your logistics itself? For example, the cold chain, as I understand, to send your medicines that need to be refrigerated naturally, you have to go all the way to the port in Bombay, go with refrigerated vehicle. What is the cost involved? How much are you losing? If you have saved this, organizing this particular thing from Goa itself, MPA as they call, first it was MPT, they are found wanting for not even having those proper cranes in place where you can get the containers on and off the ship. So what type of logistics? We need to correct all this. We need to actually look at it very carefully with correct inputs. We need a proper plan, and that is where the role of, I think, Chetan comes in. And Swetika is going to have her hands full, because I am going to see that she really does it. For that matter, when we had the investment promotion board itself, there was a time when people only used to look at the industrial estate, so only no land is there, no land. Today you are allowed to yourself pick land wherever you get it cheaper, and it is we who do all the things for you through a single window. Otherwise you have to run to 10 departments. By the time the person ran to every department, 10 months, 12 months or 1.5 years, he was already exhausted, losing the enthusiasm. Today we do it in a matter of months. This itself is the sea change which has taken place in Goa. Of course, when you look at Goa, we can't give those huge chunks of land which are literally available for free like in other states. But nevertheless, there are sectors which still prefer Goa in a big way. Tourism, of course, is there, but fishing can be, I would say you don't need to invent the wheel. It's already happening. You need to do a little more. Horticulture, crores of rupees, flowers, instead of coming from the neighboring state, not only you can make it happen here, export it. Entrepreneurs, new entrepreneurs would be built. They will be happy exporting. They will become exporters. Why this can't be done here? Your exotic Goan vegetables which everybody likes, why we can't export it? It will be something which will be welcome. Milk, it comes from other states. Sometimes it is not the genuine milk, what people tell me, and it's a fact I'm telling you. Why we can't encourage our people to go on a larger scale to produce milk here and then have value addition, produce milk products which the world needs. This is what logistics is all about. This is what is building the logistics and further helping to store it in appropriate place with the cold chain, with the warehousing, etc., etc. And this is what I expect to happen after this conference. Government is there to help you in every possible way. I, for one, am ready to go that extra mile, change my policy, tweak things if necessary. I know there are difficulties. Sometimes there are political difficulties, but we will solve them. We will put our heads together and see that ultimately we deliver, and that is what is the emphasis. People in the industrial sector will bear with me. Some change has been there, and a positive change for perhaps last 1.5 years. People were not as enthusiastic. Today, people come from all over. We are clearing projects. Of course, in what happens, being a very small state, every negative thing dynamically gets magnified and the good things remain behind. This is what happens. But you should not get disheartened. Our Goans have the capacity. Even industrialists, recently, Kineco company, when Chandrayaan-3 went to space, some critical parts of that were manufactured in Goa. That means we have got the capacity in us. We Goans, I can give innumerable such examples. There are sophisticated parts of the Apple phone, the whole circuit board being made in Vienna. Like this, there are so many other things I can go on and on. If we Goans can do that, or if few Goans can do that, why not a large number of Goans doing it? And when we say agriculture has gone down, you need to have a definite plan. And with so much of emphasis on the MSME sector, we are going to work very closely with all of you seated here on the stage. We will evolve a plan. As Mr. Ganesh has been very helpful to me, I want to bring it on record. Going to a taxi patraon scheme. If you call some taxi fellow driver, he does not like it. So I thought I'll call him entrepreneur. My Honorable Chief Minister went a step further. Let us give it a Konkani name. Going to taxi patron. Why? He is a patron. Ultimately, he is the boss. Even if he has one car, he goes and drives. Provided, I'll be happy if he's on the app. That he takes people where they want, drops them where they want. And today, I'll tell you, I want to tell Mr. Ganesh, it's a success story. We have, with that simple WagonR car, without investing a pie, I have a whole list of those fellows earning something like almost 80,000, 70,000 a month. He has just started. There are so many success stories. And there are inquiries from other states. They want to adopt this scheme. I'll be very happy. It started from Goa. It is graduating into a self-entrepreneur, developing himself, a small-time guy, and the whole thing spreading. This is the way we have to work. And since Ganesh mentioned about it, I want to tell him, it's only that we have to go that little extra mile to achieve things. Like the wow, I call it the wow plant. What is the wow plant? You must have heard stories in Goa where we have huge garbage plants. Means sort of taking your waste from the municipal areas, taking waste from panchayats. I did my own thing because I believe charity begins at home. I am also the panchayat minister. So what I did was, under Swachh Bharat Mission funds, at a cost of only 3.5 crore, we are able to treat about 5 TPD, 5 tons of garbage. What do we do at the WOW plant? Why I call it WOW? Well, out of waste. Why do I call it? On the one hand, I take even sewage water. We have a FSTP plant, fecal sewage treatment plant. I have a normal STP plant. So whatever dirty water comes, it is purified. Except drinking, you can use that water. And adjoining, I have one of the best parks in Goa. You should visit it, in fact, the Joggers Park in Chikalin. And I needed something like 80,000 liters of water every day. When there is no water to drink, one side I was bound to give water to my constituents, other side I could not let the plants die. But in summer, I have to first look after the people. My poor plants die. Then I thought of this particular scheme under SBM, Swachh Bharat Mission 2, that I will use the funds to process this water. Today it is being scientifically processed. I get the water, almost 80,000 liters a day, where my garden gets watered. I have planted more 6,500 trees, and I have almost 1,20,000 square meters of lawn being put. So everything is green. There is no park like that. And water is for free. So what was going waste, and on the one side I am managing the sewage, the septic tanks which are overflowing in entire Goa, you must be knowing. So So that is being put in my constituency to some good use. Other side, the wet garbage is helping me generate methane gas. That methane gas is being used to run a turbine, and that turbine gives me electricity for my joggers park and the surrounding area. So I am saving on electricity bill. On the contrary, I am giving power to the grid. One side, that's why I call it wealth out of waste. One side, I save electricity, I make my own power. Other side, I make my own water for my garden. So both the sides I am saving, and both the sides it is not a loss of drinking water for the people. So these are the initiatives which Mr. Ganesh pointed out. I am very grateful, at least you have recognized that, even my taxi scheme. And what I simply want to say is, in the MSME sector, I want things to happen. In the agricultural sector, I really want things to happen. Goa is a place known for even some exotic sweets being made out of our own thing available here, and people like it abroad. GI tag, yes, we have got for a few products, but we need to do more. All this, if all of them come together, we are there to help. Please don't take me as a minister, take me as one of you. I am ready to sit with you, give you ideas. I am a person who thinks out of the box, and I suddenly get rare ideas. And I want to really do some drastic change in the way we function, get industry to work in a manner for you to be prosperous, for society to be prosperous, for the small-time man to help him build up who never dreamt. Like I know examples, Goan taxi patron, they never dreamt, he doesn't have a cycle. He never dreamt there will be a car in front of his house. He never dreamt that he will be transporting the tourists or the local people, making money. So such has to be the change. Let us make it happen in agriculture, with agricultural products, with NABARD help, with Mr. Chetan's help. Because you are the people who are going to, with Ganesh's help. He has been very forthcoming in being so liberal and understanding the thing. Otherwise, what are the new normal bureaucratic trends? Gone are the yesteryears. We have to think forward, and only that will fetch results. We will be able to go forward. Association, I look forward to them. Their association even stronger than bonding than what it is. Mangarish is always a forward-thinking guy. All his colleagues have helped him to come where he is. I think in the afternoon session, we will be talking of the pharma industry. Sagar will be coming here, I think. Pallavi is already smiling. Same way, what I want to say, we are trying to have a park to manufacture medical devices as well. That is our next challenge. As you have said, we should have a dedicated area for the food processing park. In fact, what I have been saying, Latam Parshe in Bicholi should more largely be built up as a food processing park for food processing, which is very much necessary. Dedicated to that. Like I was just joking the other day, of course somebody is going to make alcohol there. I said that also is a diet, it's a liquid diet, I said. So similarly, we need value addition. When almost 40% of what we get naturally is thrown in the bin, which is wastage, we have to work on that. I will give you a simple example before I conclude. I am in the GST Council. Fish waste, as we say, even the thing what is just lying there as dirt, I understand that out of that they collect it, out of that paste, it is used for various products. So much so that one of the extract from that is used for cosmetics, which all of us use it sometime or the other. And they were being taxed very heavily. I took up this issue because it is the fishermen. I told ma'am, who is the chairperson of the GST Council, our Honorable Finance Minister, ma'am, rather they should be rewarded. They are collecting that dirt, making good use of it, value addition to the dirt. Otherwise it was rotting there. In our fish market it is rotting. Here they don't collect. In other states where large such waste is there, it is used for producing various things. Believe me, in the GST Council, they almost gave 450 crores to them, which they have to otherwise pay at GST. Such has been the change. So it's not that even out of waste, if you make something, it will not be rewarded. Ultimately, it will be recognized. We have to have that sort of spirit to work for the betterment of the upliftment of a combined I would say, strength of the people working together. And that is what agriculture is all about. That is what farming is all about. That is what horticulture is all about. Government can act at the most only as a catalyst. But you all have to come forward. Give us the idea. As I am offering to associate, I am ready to sit with you for hours together. Let us do that brainstorming. Make a plan for Goa where agriculture will be built up. If agriculture is built up, our youth will start going back in the field. You will have the greenery back. Goa will look even more awesome than what it is. You will have tourism being preserved forever, and allegations of land being converted, only builders can prosper. That will become something of the past if all of us work sincerely to our plan to make Goa beautiful and golden once again. With these few words, I wish you all the best. I hope your deliberations in the afternoon and even furthermore will get some good results. Give us a plan to implement. I will be happy working alongside you. Thank you very much indeed.